stressed out, close to the limit, then warmly welcome to The Cool Way to Calm, the podcast where you find the fun, easy, odd, exotically Scandinavian, and of course, cool way to change the route in your leadership. This is a safe place for executives and leadership people to learn more, get ideas, and get a moment of peace and calm in their hectic and fast-running everyday life. This pod is run by me, Dr. Annika, a Swedish medical doctor who has changed focus from illness to health, now helping stressed and busy executive leaders find calm, feel less stress, get more done, have more fun, and create bigger success. In this pod, I will discuss with my guests or by myself about challenges in leadership, the workshop, the workplace, around it can be around employees, clients, the economy, and everything else that can come in the way. And today I have the honor to present a dear friend of mine. We met on the Be Connected platform a little more than a year ago, I think it was.
Yes.
We made some co-work on there. She's in the USA and I am in Europe, and that has been a great combination for getting different perspectives to things. We also met in real life last June when I was at an event in Washington, D.C., and real meetings are always good. It's so good to see someone right there. And she is a wizard on the clarinet, but also in business and business coaching and in business building. We'll hear more about it in a minute. And this means that we work in different business fields, but with the same common denominator being helping the leadership level in the companies to better performance in all angles. So let me introduce Wendi Hatton.
Hello.
Please tell the audience a little bit more about your very exciting background and how you got where you are today.
Sure. Okay. So basically, I'm a musician. I mean, that's where I started everything. So I was in the Navy band for a career. And when I retired, I discovered coaching. And I didn't actually start as a business coach. I started as a health coach because that's had approached me about that. So it was an amazing industry, just coming from a music / military environment to a business that you own your own business, and it's helping people improve their lives or their businesses. And so I eventually transferred to business coaching because the people I was helping with health coaching were entrepreneurs, and they would share with me that they wish they had clients. And I had built a studio of clarinet students, and so I had experience on how to attract clients, so to speak. And so I thought, I'm going to go out and get some formal training on how to build your business because I want to help these people that I have met as a health coach. So I transitioned over to business coaching, and this was back in 2014. So it's been a few years. Wow, it's coming up on 11 years. Wow.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it because I know that entrepreneurs, their main goal is to somehow help other people, to help change the world, make a bigger difference. And so that's what I wanted to do, but I can't do it myself. So if I can help other people do that, then my goal is met. And so that's what I've been doing since 2012. But since I had been a musician my entire life, I've been playing clarinet since 3rd grade, and I've never stopped. It's been a constant playing clarinet all through school, college, Navy band, and freelancing now. So it couldn't be any other way but to integrate my musical aspects, my musical talents, my musical way of thinking into the business world. And so that sort of made me kind of unique. And I would say that's a leadership aspect too, to become unique so that people will come to you and be like you're the leader, and because you have this unique thing happening with you. And in my case, it's my music, and so I just bring it over to my business building coaching world. So my advice for anyone who has a prior love or talent to sort of incorporate the aspects, the concepts from that, and bring it into what you're doing right now, into your leadership position, and you can be cool and calm about it because you've been doing the previous thing so long, and so you're just so confident about it, and it just keeps you grounded and calm and cool.
Yes, and music is also such a great, it's a health factor in life, because
Yes.
our brain loves music, and it can be different kinds. Some love clarinets, some other music, but that doesn't really matter, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. Music is music. And so what I actually brought over from my music upbringing is there are three things that I can think of. That creativity is one, and that definitely comes over into the business world. Also collaboration, that totally does. And then also resilience. So leaders are going to like come up to some roadblocks or need to get over some kind of a hardship or something, but being resilient, coming out the other side, that is so that aligns so much with music, and going and practicing and failing on an audition or something. It really aligns with business, because so many stumble blocks in the business world as being a leader. So it really aligns with each other. And so in my case, if I can sort of think back of how I overcame some of my challenges in my music business or my music life, and transfer it over to, so how can I relate this to my leadership in business? It really helps me stay calm, because I came from a place that I'm very familiar with. And so I'm just kind of integrating it into what I'm doing right now. So that's my first tip.
Yeah, exactly. And practice makes perfect. And that's one of the things that you really do when you're playing music. But it's also such a great analogy with business, that you have to practice. You have to do things, and might not be what you wanted to begin with. It can be like what you call it, false tones, when they squeak in your ears.
Yes. Or squeak is the actual word. in
That's in business. You have to tweak it more than once, and the more you practice, the better you become.
Yes.
And also, if you play some false tones, it's the world isn't going to go under.
Right.
You just continue, and things will straighten up.
Absolutely.
All both in business, in music, and in the leadership.
Right. And actually in art in general, it doesn't even have to be music. It could be the visual arts, performing arts, and even therapeutic arts. So, I mean, the reason I'm talking about these three things is because I'm starting a podcast that is going to be interviewing people that come from those three areas of the art industry. So I feel like the art industry really aligns with business because of all the challenges you go through as an artist, and then you come to the business and, oh, more challenges. How did I overcome those in my music industry? How do I just translate that into the business world? So it sort of
and also
helps.
exactly, and also you talked about the collaboration, that people have to, you have to collaborate and work towards the same result. And
Yes.
actually, my daughter is a singer. She has choirs, and she has workshops in business for businesses, where they do teamwork, team building, where they have to to sing together, even if they have never sung before at all.
Right.
And it's a
Yeah.
very good thing, because it's a good thing for the team to come more close together. And
Yes.
also the music builds feel good hormones in your brain, so you feel that it's a good thing. So
Yes.
it's kind of a win-win.
Which promotes the calmness.
Exactly. And that is a good thing for the leaders. If we talk about the leaders who has these people, they need to find ways to help themselves and also their team.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm also thinking about collaboration with an orchestra. You've got a conductor,
Mhm.
all the people that are playing in the orchestra, and so they collaborate. And if making a final product, but like if there are a couple people who haven't practiced or at the level that everyone else is, you can tell that the whole product the quality isn't as good as if everyone
Exactly.
is
Yeah, exactly. And if they are not doing their part of it, and
right.
then the whole, yeah, I mean, and nothing is more. What do you say? It's the weakest
Oh,
chain.
the weakest link. Yeah.
The weakest link of the chain
Yeah.
is what gives the products quality.
Right. Just like in leadership, if you have team members that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then that final product is not going to be, the quality will be lower, not as good. So it definitely aligns for sure.
Yeah, and then then you changed from. I mean, being a musician in the beginning, you were just you were having a job, I guess, in the beginning, and
Right.
then you turned it into to your own business. So you
Correct.
built it from scratch in the business world, but I mean, you had
Yeah.
all the music.
From the military to owning your own business, it's a big jump.
Yeah,
Because you definitely have many bosses in the military.
yeah,
Oh,
and you had to do it the right way, because if you were if you were
oh,
walking in other direction and they were working in that direction, it would be obvious
yes,
you
that
were
would
not
not be a good
playing the game. And you want everyone to play the same game in your business, to
absolutely.
be to
Yes.
be a leader.
Hmm.
So tell me a little bit more about your new business, the things that you are doing now.
Oh, okay. So my whole focus is helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses so that they can help other people to change the world. So I started out helping them with marketing and sales, and then well, I'm still doing the marketing, but it's more specific now. Right now, I'm helping small business owners increase their profit margins. So you've heard of the golden rule, where not the golden rule, it's like 80-20 rule. 80
Yeah,
20
yeah. I've heard a lot about that.
20% of your actions create 80% of your results. So that's the whole concept of what I'm doing right now. So those 20% of activities, that's what I help these entrepreneurs and small business owners do. And I use a very unique, revolutionary software called the Profit Acceleration Software. And what it is, that they punch in their numbers, like what's your annual in revenue for the year, and they put that in. What's your net profit? What's your gross profit? And so it calculates a result. And let's say they have these graphs in there. And so let's say this is where the person is right now. And so then there are at least 12 different areas in your business that you can improve. So you work on these different areas and strategies, and you meet with the person first, and just to it's kind of a discovery session kind of thing.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
And then it brings up these 12 areas. And then like for instance, one of them is cutting costs. I mean, that's that's an immediate way to increase your profit margin. Because if you look back 3 months in your bank account and see if what kinds of, maybe you've got subscriptions or things that you're not using anymore, but you're still paying for them, you can, where I come in is where I help them discover and identify these things, and so that they can just go cancel them out or get rid of them, that kind of thing. So
been there, done that.
yes, so
I
that's
guess everyone has been there. You have these in the background, you got it sometime. And I guess this is also for bigger businesses. It's very important to see where are you leaking money
right,
on
right.
things you don't use.
That's right. So that's one of the 12. Another one is raising your prices. So, and there's a strategy around that. And so there are different things you can do. So what this software does, it says, okay, if you do this strategy for 12 months, you're going to go from here to here. Like this is your profit right here. Your profit's going to be like this, and it's going to actually be this visual graph that shows you. And so as we talk about different strategies in different areas, it's kind of a compounding effect. So you cut your costs. Okay, let's do the next thing. Okay, let's raise your prices. Then it's going to just kind of go up exponentially like that. And the whole concept is if you take a penny and you double it for 30 days,
I've heard that before.
have you heard that before?
Yeah,
that you're a multi-millionaire.
magic.
It's like 5 million something dollars. It's like, whoa. So this is it's a similar concept where you do this one strategy, and for a certain length of time, and start another strategy, and it's going to, right on top of it, it's going to just raise your profit margin even more. So that's where I come in to help them stay on track with these different strategies. They could do it themselves. Like there's a simulator that I give people. They can put all their numbers in, they answer all the questions. They get a report, and with all the different strategies that they can do to increase these particular areas, and they can just do it themselves. But who's going to do that? They'll probably do it a week or so, but then they'll just get off track and not do it. So that's where I come in.
Yeah, you need the accountability. Would this be something? This is for entrepreneurs, I guess. And if we talk about business people who have like a smaller company with 10, 15, 20 employees, would this be working for them too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because there are all of these little things that they can do, cost, the COGS, cost of goods sold. You can negotiate with suppliers to bring down the cost of some of the supplies that they use. And there are all these different things that they can do to help streamline their company, make it much more efficient, even helping the employees the employees can do some of these strategies as well to help the entire process speed up and expedite the process. So let's say if one of the strategies is to optimize their website, they might have someone like a marketing person in their company that I would actually work with and say, so this should be here, da, da, da. And so that kind of thing. So yes, to answer your question, people with their own companies and who have employees definitely are, because that was one of my target markets are local business owners, like professional services, chiropractors, attorneys, dentists, people that are in the community with professional positions. And then there are also, you can do restaurants. I want to do a few restaurants going. And so what I've done, or what I'm going to be doing, is finding ads that these companies have put out there. Because if people are putting ads out, they have the money to do that. So yeah. I analyze it, and then if it's not correct, then I go to the business and say, hey, I just saw your ad at some such and such a place, and I have some great suggestions to help you improve the performance of it. So that kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing right now.
And that sounds like a great thing for the business world to have these simple tools, because you can complicate things and
Right.
try to make it so big, and then
Mhm.
as you say, when you make it too big, when the things to change are too big and
Okay.
it's then you
Get
do it for a
overwhelmed.
week and then you say,
Right.
okay, it was
Right.
easier the old way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to doing the other way.
It's just like with stress management. If you start doing all the things at once, you are soon going to go back and do it the old way, because you don't have energy to do all these new things at once.
That is absolutely correct. And so everything sort of just compounds with every new strategy that you implement, and it raises the profit margin all that much more. So it's
Yeah, and
good.
that must be a very good, what do you say, something good to have in front of your eyes, that you see the ladder where it goes up.
Yes, yes.
Because we want to see, to be able to, you know, make sure this is happening and
Hmm.
this is what it is. And if you see it, it's more true than if you just talk about it.
Just talk about it, right? So like every quarter we would get together and say, let's see how you're doing. And so you just kind of put the new numbers in the software and say, oh, look at it just went up, kind of thing. So they can see it.
That
Definitely.
is a cool way to
That,
increase your business. And if you increase your business, you probably increase your con if you do it the right way.
right. This is very true.
So, have you? I'm just curious. Have you any way of getting the music into this part more than in your back of your head, where you kind of see the structures?
Well, actually, it's interesting that you asked that because I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking of helping symphonies, like orchestras.
Wow, that would be great.
Because there's so many that kind of go down the hill, kind of fold. And so I might start with my own symphony and talk to the executive director and see if I can help him with some different strategies to help bring more people to the concerts, get their because it's a nonprofit, so you can help nonprofits with this process as well. And so that's I've been thinking about doing that. I think it would be a good idea because there are lots of symphonies in the country, and to help them and then help them raise their I guess they call them bottom line with a nonprofit. I'm not sure, but just get donations and just give them some strategies to help. I'd love to do that. I'd probably be the only person in the country that's doing that.
You probably are. I think so. So you are kind of unique, and such a great thing, and also to get more people to come to the concerts, and that's going to help more people with well-being
Yes.
if they can find the music to be part of their life. Because
Yes.
since I know that music is so good for your health, and I mean, it can be orchestras, but it can also be groups of all different kinds of music. So
Absolutely.
you have work for the rest of your life. That
No
part,
competition there, right?
no competition there. And you, I mean, anyone could come up with this idea to say, okay, I'm going to go out with the orchestras, but you can do it with the knowledge that you know what you're talking about for real, because you've been sitting in that chair play
Yes,
and
absolutely.
listening to the director over there and trying to keep up and all those things.
Yes, I've lived it all my whole entire life. So, so now I can kind of bring my current business into that world too. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's really, really. It's if you have a different story, and that's interesting. And I think it's a great idea for you to have to start a podcast for yourself, and
I think
and
you brought
bring.
that idea up originally. I was thinking, wow, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I do get my things thoughts sometimes, but I think it is a great idea because being a musician is also a tough thing. If especially if you're trying to live on it without being in an orchestra or some place where you actually do get paid.
Right, right. Yes.
Having that as a business is tough.
It is definitely tough. I remember when I first retired from the Navy band and I was trying to grow my studio of clarinets. It was it took a while to get a number of students that I would be able to be satisfied with in terms of financially. So,
Yeah.
so
Yes, this is such a fun discussion, but it's time to wrap up.
oh man, already?
Yes, it's been so fun, and it's cool to talk about this. Like I said, with the music, I just love that idea, and every time I talk with you, I feel, what do you say, enlightened with new thoughts
Yeah.
and the pieces of the puzzle in the life that we share.
Yes.
Can you please give one little thought to send with the listeners
One little thought.
about your business, or
I
what
think the
you do, what's important?
I think the word that sticks in my mind is when I talked about earlier is resilience. No matter what you're
Mhm.
doing as a leader, just pick yourself up if you're going through struggles and just keep that vision that you want to accomplish in your mind. And so that's just a little bump. That's just a learning curve, learning bump. So just get right back up and be resilient and just keep on going. That's my tip for the day. Just don't quit. Don't quit. Just reach for the stars and just keep on going.
That was a great tip. I think resilience is a great word to work for and to try to get more of.
Yes.
So thank you, thank you. And this is all for now, but please go back and listen to the recordings of this discussion if you want, and also the previous episodes, and of course, look out for the new ones coming up. So thanks for now and keep smiling.
Thank you. Bye.